Hello, I'm 𝗔𝗿𝗃𝗃𝗃. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be taking you through a flip through of Wisdom del Alma by Christine Gutierrez with artwork by Jennifer Velasquez, published by Hay House. I'll be showing you all the images of this cute little deck and concluding with a little sample reading. So without further ado, let's see those cards. Wisdom del Alma is published by Hay House, and it has no guidebook, but it has a little pamphlet, and then you get writing also on the cards. So all the pamphlet goes over is ideas on how to use the deck, ideas on questions you can ask. So it's extremely basic because all of the information is really contained on the cards themselves. The inside of the box reads, "What if the darkest moments in our lives were really just portals to bring us towards our greatest light?" Indeed. Now, check out the cards. There's the interior of the box on the base of the box there. What you get is you get an image on one side, which is pretty simple here. I pause and allow the answer to come. In the mystery, all is revealed. And then on the other side is a little interpretation of that phrase, or sometimes it expands upon what's on the front of the card. In this case, it says, "Some moments have more questions than answers. I surrender to the feminine flow of life and sit in the holy darkness of change. There is magic when I trust Spirit's guidance. I practice patience and dance in the great spiral of the unknown." Here's another example. "I open myself to the holy medicine of this season of my life." So here we have a depiction of the 4 seasons here. If we turn the card over for more details, it says, "I remind myself that I am part of nature. There are seasons of joy and seasons of grief. There are seasons of clarity and seasons of confusion. I embrace it all. I am in the perfect season of my life, right here, right now." Reminds me of the song by Jesus Jones, "Right Here, Right Now." Yeah, this deck, it's really cool if you journal and you're looking for journal prompts. This is great. The image alone can bring ideas to you, and then also the words on the back of the card. Here we have, "I am deserving of my love. I am my own beloved." Very important about self-love. And it says on the back, "As I love myself more deeply, I become my own beloved. I understand on a cellular level that the love I seek begins with me. I cultivate a holy romance with my sacred self. From this well of self-love, beautiful things are born." Yes, indeed. And like I said, the images are simple. Most of them are very bright. And it's not really the type of deck you would use for like asking either yes/no type questions, which is never a really good idea anyway, or questions about relationships. This is more of a deck of looking within, discovering your true self, discovering all of the beauty that lies within you. So it's very good for self-reflection. That's why I say it's a great deck for journal prompts, or if you're an artist, for art prompts. You know, here we have a woman growing out of a bloom here, and all this lovely, divine, loving energy behind her. You know, and that can be an art prompt. You don't need to copy that, but you can do another vision of a woman growing from a flower. Let's see what the back of this one. The front says, "I allow myself to break, for broken is merely a temporary state." And on the back, "When we break down, it is simply a pause from wholeness. It is a moment to readjust and piece ourselves back together, bone by bone, stronger than before." And here she is, you know, this is a card of rest. Taking rest when you need to. So these are, you know, cool little cards. I haven't really used them much. I've used them for art prompts for a couple of pieces I've created, and I really like that idea of using them for art prompts, journal prompts. They work really well for that. I wouldn't really use these for divination per se, but I am going to attempt to give you all a reading using this deck right now, as soon as I show you the other images. I love this one. As I heal myself, I heal my lineage. I create a lineage based on consciousness, compassion, and love. I am loved. I am worthy. I am diosa. Diosa is Spanish for goddess. The back of this one says, I whisper love notes to myself. I speak affirmations over myself. I look at myself in the mirror and say, I am loved. I am worthy. I am diosa. These also, the phrases on these cards also make for really good affirmations. I embrace both the shadow and the light within me. You know, that's a good one. I'm still a badass, anxiety and all. I only seek validation from the divine. You see, so it can be used as an affirmation deck, and actually it does say it is an affirmation deck. It says 44 affirmation cards to activate your inner diosa. So there you go. When I am in alignment with my soul, all flows. So true. Let's see what the back of this one says. Everything in my life falls into place as I surrender to the greater mystery of La Madre Diosa, or the Mother Goddess, Mother Earth. Everything flows when I listen to the sacred and ancient voice of my soul. Everything that happens is for my highest good. I tend to the needs of my inner child. Another great affirmation. The cardstock is very sturdy. It is a matte semi-gloss finish. And of course, with a deck like this, you would never read it with reversals. So there you go. So now I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle. What I did have difficulty with was deciding which should be the card back and which should be the front. I mean, I automatically went with the images should be the front. So that's how I shuffle them. You may want to do it the opposite way, you know. To each his own. With a deck like this, there's no right or wrong way. And it is stiff. I've probably shuffled this deck, oh, I don't know, maybe around 50 times for my own personal use. And again, I use it for affirmations, journaling prompts, and art prompts. And it works really well, especially for art prompts. Then I'm just going to cut them 3 times and not pay attention to what's on the back of these cards. I'm not looking at all, I'm looking straight ahead. And I'm going to cut 3 times randomly throughout the deck for a reading for the collective, and we'll see how that goes. Because I've never used this deck for a reading. I've only used it, like I said, for journaling and art prompts and affirmations. All right. This should be interesting. So I'm going to flip them all over right quick. Let me zoom in. I'm still a badass, anxiety and all. And to me, you know, without even looking at the other side of the card here, that would represent to me, since I do have a little bit of anxiety and depression, is that you have to embrace all aspects of yourself in order to be a whole person. You know, just because you don't like a part of yourself doesn't mean you should deny it, that you should push it away, ignore it. Especially with anxiety, it's bad to ignore anxiety. You should, you know, if you're feeling repeatedly anxious, maybe depressed, please seek out professional medical help with that. Or go see a therapist, talk to someone about it. Don't keep it all inside. So this is just claiming that shadow part of yourself. And then we turn it over and it says, I love, honor, and accept all parts of myself. See? Bingo. And I swear to you, I've never received this card as a journaling or an art prompt. My anxiety is a wonderful teacher, and I learn from her. I choose to not let my anxiety get in the way of creating the life I want. Very nice. Then we have, my intuition is my compass through life. And so very true. Our intuition, that's our direct connection to the divine. It is that divine spark that lives within each and every human being. So to ignore your intuition or to second guess your intuition is to second guess your connection to the divine, to the universe, to God, to Goddess. And that's not a very good or healthy practice. So here we have a woman, her physical eyes are behind a blindfold and her third eye is open. It's been activated. So she sees all through her third eye. And so it's just saying, focusing on using your third eye or your intuition activates the divine energy within, and there's the gold light within her heart. That's within every heart. That's very interesting, don't you think? Let's see what the other side says. When I feel lost, I turn to the wisdom 𝗔𝗿𝗰𝗵𝗲𝗍, wisdom of my soul. The wisdom of my soul. See, it's interpreted right below it. To lead me, I am guided as I say this simple prayer. Alma, guide me on what to do next. So this is depending not just on your intuition, but also your higher self. Then we have the third card. When I'm in alignment with my soul, all flows. And this I read to you during the flip through, and it says, everything in my life falls into place as I surrender to the great mystery of La Madre Diosa, Mother Earth. Everything flows when I listen to the sacred and ancient voice of my soul. Everything that happens is for my highest good. If I were to string this together as a reading, let me think a second. I would say, in embracing our shadow selves and in loving all parts of ourselves, even those parts of ourselves that we consider to be less than worthy of love or maybe even unlovable, this can lead to clearer and more accurate intuitive guidance, stronger gut hunches, and because you would be listening to your intuition more and acting upon what guidance is being sent to you, things in your life will become clearer. Your path will become straighter, and you'll find it an easier way of working through the issues in your life. Then you have, when I'm in alignment with my soul, all flows. Again, because of having a stronger intuition by loving all parts of yourself, your higher self comes into the picture also and begins to provide you with guidance as well. So you have two sources of divine guidance. We all do. Our own intuition and our higher selves, both of which are our connection to the divine. The higher self is actually that spark of the divine that lives within you. So there you go. Hope that you've enjoyed this. As always, I will include a link to the deck in the description below the video. So if you'd like to order, I would appreciate if you'd use my Amazon affiliate link. Full disclosure, I receive anywhere from a 1% to a 4.5% commission at no extra cost to you, and that helps to support my channel. Very happy to say I received my very first affiliate Amazon gift card from Amazon just the other day, $10.82. Yeah, but every bit counts, and I appreciate that so much. That also tells me people are watching my videos, and I just love you all so much. I thank you for being here, and this is 𝗔𝗿𝗰𝗵𝗲𝗍, the Cozy Intuitive Creative, and I'm wishing you a very blessed day ahead.